So despite Fed cutting the rate, despite all the bullish news in the market, why is the price of Bitcoin free falling? Because if you monitor this price action in a different time frame using different scenarios, you can see, guys, we are being flashed with some very interesting move, and we are going to talk about this one by one in this video. But first thing first, before I do that, let's destroy that like button and let's try to reach at least 1,000 like in this video. Thank you very much. Now, what I want you guys to do is to monitor this price action using a rising channel or an ascending channel, because according to this rising channel, ascending channel, which is a bearish continuation pattern, Bitcoin has officially broken below this support line. This trend line was looked as a very important support line for us, and in history, this trend line has also resulted in a very nice relief rally. Price was forming lower highs, lower lows continuation type of formation, but failing to hold this ground has now officially resulted in a free fall. So what does this mean? Will Bitcoin head towards the price objective from this rising channel, which will be in between 107,000 and 108,000, or is it just a temporary pullback to liquidate the over average longs, and after that a continuation like this playing out? What must happen for this? First, Bitcoin must find a strength above $114,000. Yes, guys, Bitcoin, despite breaking out from the upper band, which usually results in an uptrend, has started free falling. I mean, despite price breaking out of the upper band, it has resulted in a bearish move. But if you monitor this price action carefully around this area, you can see Bitcoin is below the center line, basis line. So to invalidate another bearish continuation to the downside, Bitcoin must find support above this trend line, which will be above $114,000. Yes, guys, if Bitcoin wants to invalidate another continuation to the downside, we must come across $114,000. And it's not just only because of this Bollinger Band, but if we look at this price action using our Williams Alligator indicator, even according to this Williams Alligator indicator, we might see a coiling up. A coiling up usually warns us about the incoming volatility, and according to this incoming volatility, if you monitor this price action here, you can see during uptrend the incoming volatility has always been very beneficial. But is it another coiling up, a temporary pullback before expecting another bullish continuation like this, or is this a beginning of a new downtrend? Because once we see green line start appearing to the downside, then we have to be extra careful, because if this crossover results in green line to the downside and blue line at the top, that is when we know we are in trouble, and the support which we are trying to regain around 114,000, and price in that case could be free falling, because to the downside, if you look at this RSI line has unfortunately dropped below 50, and MACD also looks like about to form a bearish cross. Yes, guys, despite having strong support around 114,000, the price of Bitcoin started free falling. And now, even according to our leading indicator for the month of September, if Bitcoin fails to regain its trend above 114,000, then our next target here is 110 according to this leading indicator, right? The bottom line. And it could go even lower, because I just showed you with this rising channel, Bitcoin could head towards 107,000, 108,000 if we fail to regain our trend above $114,000. But what if the worst case plays out? Let's suppose Bitcoin fails to regain its trend above 114,000 and start free falling, not just only towards the price objective from this ascending channel, but much lower. What in that case? In that case, we have to monitor this 50 exponential moving average. This 50 exponential moving average has been looked as a very important support line. each and every time whenever we have seen a bigger shakeout, this indicator, this 50 exponential moving average has attracted the price. And if this continuation continues one more time, I mean after this bullish move, if Bitcoin does results in another bearish continuation towards this 50 exponential moving average, then you can see, guys, the price of Bitcoin could be nearing around 100,000 as well. So to invalidate another continuation towards this 50 exponential moving average, to invalidate another continuation towards this horizontal trend line, what must the price do? The price must regain its trend above $114,000. Otherwise, it's not just only this 50 exponential moving average flashing us a warning sign, but even this head and shoulder type of formation, which is lining up in a weekly time frame. And this is one of the most bearish continuation pattern for Bitcoin. Yes, guys, if you monitor this price action here, if Bitcoin fails to regain its trend above 114,000, we must consider this as a bearish continuation pattern where we could be heading towards this lower trend line and much lower price target. So to avoid all of this bearish continuation pattern, Bitcoin must hold its ground, or Bitcoin must regain its trend above $114,000. Otherwise, there are a lot of bearish move lining up for Bitcoin. I mean, if we look at this descending channel or a falling channel, we have failed to show a continuation, and price has also failed to break out of the previous high, which is resulting in a bearish move. So if this lower highs, lower lows continuation pattern type of formation plays out, then where is our next price objective? The lower trend line. And according to this lower trend line, where could it be? Again, around 100,000. So to invalidate this bearish or the worst case price target, Bitcoin must find strength around $114,000. Otherwise, things could get very, very ugly. And if you simply add a Fibonacci line here from the top till the bottom line, you can see Bitcoin also got rejection exactly in between 0.5, 0.618 Fibonacci line, and 0.5, 0.618 rejection means even this dead cat bounce type of formation could be lining up parallelly. So that's why Bitcoin, if it fails to regain its trend above 114,000, then you can see, guys, the upcoming days unfortunately could be bearish. But if you ask me, Anup, is this the top for Bitcoin? I mean, 123,000-124,000 being the top for Bitcoin, then I would say no, guys. It has always been like this, guys. Before we see another new all-time high, first there will be liquidity hunt, both sides, to the upside, to the downside, and only after scooping all the liquidity, a continuation of an uptrend. So that's why, please be careful not to over leverage yourself and use proper risk management strategies. So these were some of the quick updates that I wanted to share with you in this video. If you enjoyed my work, then please do not hesitate to destroy that like button, and to those individuals watching this for the first time, to hit that subscribe button. And by saying this, I'm signing out until next time. Bye bye.